There he is, Andy Kim with Baby I Love You on the Morning Zoom with Andy and Jane.
And Andy Kim, who has joined the Morning Zoom with Andy and Jane. The legendary Canadian-born musician, Canadian Music Hall of Fame inductee, Order of Canada recipient, is carrying on this year with his incredible philanthropic venture to benefit CAMH. And this year is the 20th annual Andy Kim Christmas, returning to Toronto's Massey Hall on December 4th. Andy, congratulations.
You know, just listening to you, I just can't believe it's 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the crazy part. I mean, the 20th annual Andy Kim Christmas show, 20 years, so 2 decades. Did you ever think when you were putting together the first Andy Kim Christmas show that it would be something that is not only a tradition here in Toronto, but across Canada now? You're taking this show on the road.
You know, okay, I'll say it. I get melancholy at Christmas.
Yeah, a lot of people do.
It's not my favorite time of year. And so I always felt that I could rely on a couple of friends just kind of hanging out and, you know, having a glass of wine or whatever we wanted to drink and just play music. And so I thought about, okay, so I'll gather some people that I've just met. And it'll be a one-off. And I went to the Mod Club and tried it out, and it was great. And what made me happy about it was that I started to gather new friends here because, you know, I've lived in Los Angeles for a long time, and Canada had always been Montreal to me. And so to becoming part of Toronto world was great.
Oh, yeah, big time.
And
And can you just tell us what all of the funds from the ticket sales every year, how that has helped the Center for Addiction and Mental Health, the Gifts of Life Light program?
Well, you know what? That's the fascinating thing about Gifts of Light. I remember getting a phone call from Donna Slate, wanted me to come to CAMH because she had a pilot program that she was working on. And basically, her whole thought was self-esteem as one of the foundations of having good mental health. And she went on to tell me that there are patients that come in at 3 o'clock in the morning. They may have just a towel around them. They come in at all times. And those that are patients there, they don't have anything as far as clothing goes. And her whole idea was to start a little boutique, to have, you know, sneakers, even a pair of socks brand new socks would mean a lot.
Right.
And so that was the building foundation. And so I just loved the idea of helping. And you know, I just heard recently a thought, you know, food for your mind. We all get, I had a melancholy day yesterday, but most of the time I'm feeding myself with the promise of stuff, of creating things, of feeling better, of putting that information into my mind. And so that food for your mind really reminded me that, you know, Donna was onto something.
Yeah.
And it was just incredible how it just kind of got bigger and bigger. And the place she had was probably smaller than this size.
Yeah.
And now it's like the Gap.
Well, that is really the essence of hope, what you just described.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And the interesting thing is the physician who is taking care of the patient understands their needs, understands that he can call the person in charge of Gifts of Light and say, well, I need a size this for this person. Sneakers would be this size, and it helps your self-esteem, and it's kind of like fueling food for your mind. I think it's so important today.
We're speaking with Andy Kim, of course, the 20th annual Andy Kim Christmas show coming up December 4th at Massey Hall. So, Andy, let's talk about the lineup of this year's show, because it's another good, great, amazing lineup. We've got the Bare Naked Ladies, Alex Lifeson from Rush, Broken Social Scene, Billy Talent, which is a great get, your buddy Dan Hill, William Prince. There's of course going to be more. Do you go to these artists and ask them to partake, or do they volunteer? What's the process like when because you've been in the music industry for many years. You've obviously got a lot of friends. So what's the process like when you're reaching out to people to try to get them to come on the show?
Well, here's an example. I get off a plane from LA to Toronto, and I'm walking out of the airport, and I see Ed Robertson walking out of the airport 3-4 months ago.
Yep.
And we hug, and I love Ed so much. And I said, look, I don't mean to be rude, but I'm doing my 20th anniversary, Andy Christmas. Can you guys show up? He says, I'll pencil it in, because we're on tour and all of that. And I get the idea of penciling it in. So 3 weeks ago, I get a phone call. I get an email from his manager. And I saw, oh, my God, they can't make it. They got to go through a management team to tell me.
Yeah, they didn't want to tell you personally.
Yes. Yeah. So I get the phone call, and the manager says, okay, well, you've been on the books for the last 3-4 months. The last time you saw Ed, he called me immediately and said, we're in for December 4th.
I love that.
But all I heard was the penciling. Well, she said it wasn't penciled in. He committed that moment. And with Alex Lifeson, he's done it so many times, and he plays in my band. So he'll play on Sugar Sugar and Rock Me Gently. It's incredible.
Oh, how awesome is that? You got Alex Lifeson doing Sugar Sugar.
What a combination.
Wow.
So Ticketmaster.ca is where you can buy tickets to the Andy Kim Christmas. They've been on sale for a little bit now, so you don't want to wait too long. And the prices range from an extremely affordable $35 all the way to $85. It's wonderful that you price the seats as low as that to allow more people to come.
Well, I mean, I'm interested. I'm not interested if you can pay $250. I'm interested if you take the bus, you take the streetcar, or you take any place that you're working and you're trying to get your family together and stuff. And this is an opportunity. That's why that price is there. It started at $25, and now we're at $35.
He's a man of the people, Jane Brown.
Yes.
Andy Kim is a man of the people.
In support of CAMH Gifts of Light, the 20th annual Andy Kim Christmas. Thanks for coming to see us.
You know what? This is my food of mind when I come here.
Nice.
You guys make me feel great and make me know that I've lived a phenomenal life. So thank you for reminding me of that.
We'll
always.
see you again sooner rather than later, okay?
Yes, for sure.
Yaman.
Going to take a look at the roads now. Coming up, by the way, another act from the 20th annual Andy Kim Christmas. Bare Naked Ladies, they're up next. First, the roads. Spencer Costin.
With no active incidents on major morning routes, it's just building morning volume to watch for at this point. If you spot something that would change that, of